the MiG-25, originally known as the T-4 bomber project, represented the Soviet Union's initial attempt at building a supersonic bomber with a high operational ceiling, designed to travel at 3 times the speed of sound. The T-4 prototype successfully accomplished its goal of achieving Mach 3 at 20 kilometers in height. Showcasing its impressive capabilities, despite its remarkable performance, the T-4 project faced termination in 1956. However, the following year, the project was revived under the designation MiG-25, with slight modifications to its design. The development and production of the aircraft were entrusted to the Mikoyan Bureau, which completed work on the project in December 1961, marking a significant step forward in Soviet aviation technology. The aircraft underwent further upgrades in 1963 and was accepted for service on October 11, 1964. Over the years, various versions of the MiG-25 have been produced, including the MiG-25P, PBR, PDU, UBM, and UBK. These variants showcase the versatility and adaptability of the platform throughout its service life. As the peak of the Cold War approached and the threat of global thermonuclear war loomed, the United States deployed strategic bombers to Guam in 1955. This posed a significant challenge to the Soviet Union, as the bombers were protected by jet fighters like the English Electric Canberra and F-86 Sabre, which were capable of escorting the bombers within a radius of 600 to 800 kilometers. This development prompted the Soviet Air Force to consider how it could engage these bombers effectively. The concept of equipping the interceptor with air-to-air missiles was proposed, and the idea was approved. However, the existing fighters in the Soviet Union lacked the necessary speed and altitude capabilities to intercept at such distances. To address this issue, a decision was made to create a new aircraft with specialized characteristics, setting the stage for the development of the MiG-25 Foxbat. The design of the new aircraft presented unique challenges. The program initially faced skepticism and technical setbacks. The Soviet Air Force demanded the capability to achieve Mach 3 at 20 kilometers within 10 minutes. But the project's chief designer, Vladimir Messerschitsky, believed these requirements were unrealistic. Nonetheless, he and his team persevered, laying the foundation for what would become the supersonic interceptor with the highest altitude record in history. In September 1956, the first experimental model of the T-4 bomber was built, and flight tests began, which revealed the need for certain improvements. As a result, the aircraft was subjected to additional wind tunnel testing, and a refined second prototype was constructed. On February 10, 1957, the T-4 performed its first test flight, piloted by VK test pilot Selivanov and GS Proskyurkov. The flight lasted 15 minutes and 30 seconds, and successfully demonstrated the aircraft's ability to achieve Mach 3 at a height of 20 kilometers, surpassing the specified technical requirements. The project was deemed promising and received approval for further development under the designation MiG-25. The new version incorporated minor changes such as the addition of additional fuel tanks, revised wing flaps, and tail modifications. By December 1961, the first prototype of the MiG-25 was ready for flight tests. The MiG-25 Foxbat holds a prominent place in aviation history as the world's first operational aircraft capable of reaching Mach 3. Initially developed as a high-speed interceptor and reconnaissance aircraft, it played a vital role during the Cold War, serving as a deterrent against potential aerial threats from NATO. Designed with a sleek, pointy delta-wing configuration, the MiG-25's distinctive appearance contributed to its striking appearance. Powered by 2 powerful Tamansky, or 1.5B turbojet engines, it achieved remarkable speeds, enabling it to cover vast distances in a short amount of time. The aircraft's impressive climb rate allowed it to swiftly ascend to its operational ceiling of over 20 kilometers, where it could patrol effectively. The MiG-25 was equipped with advanced radar systems such as the IS-L-25K-17, and later the K-17P, which enabled it to detect enemy aircraft from a considerable range. These radars were crucial for the Foxbat's primary role as an interceptor, allowing it to identify and track potential targets. The onboard fire control systems were specifically designed for the purpose of intercepting incoming aircraft. The Foxbat's armament primarily consisted of air-to-air missiles, such as the R-40 Road-Y, and later the R-40R, which were stored in an internal weapons bay. These missiles were selected for their ability to engage targets at long ranges, ensuring the safety of the MiG-25 while performing its interception duties. Additionally, some versions of the MiG-25 were fitted with a 23mm cannon as a backup weapon. During the Cold War era, the MiG-25 served as a critical component of the Soviet Union's air defense strategy. Its exceptional speed and altitude capabilities made it an intimidating presence in the skies. The sheer power and agility of the Foxbat effectively neutralized potential threats from enemy bombers and fighters, while the MiG-25 never directly engaged in air-to-air combat with aircraft from NATO countries. It played a significant role in deterring attacks during numerous incidents. The aircraft's imposing speed and performance instilled caution in opposing pilots, preventing hostile actions that could escalate into full-scale conflict. Notably, the MiG-25 was featured prominently in the popular culture of the time. It's often portrayed as a symbol of Soviet strength and technological prowess. Its appearance in movies, television shows, and other media contributed to the public perception of the Foxbat as a formidable and enigmatic machine. As the Cold War drew to a close, the relevance of the MiG-25's